Just hours after the close of the 2021 NBA trade deadline, Daryl Morey took to Zoom to chat with reporters about Philadelphia's eventful, and somewhat anti-climatic, day that culminated in their trade for George Hill. It's a move they believe solidifies a team already sitting at the top of the East, and though Morey conceded they may not be the favorites in their own conference, the Sixers head toward the playoffs confident they have a shot to go all the way. "I think Brooklyn's gonna go into these playoffs the favorite. But I think we're right there," Morey said Thursday. "I don't think there's really a clear favorite in the league. I think, there's probably five or six teams that have an extremely good chance to win it, and we're one of them. And that's where you like to be." What else did Morey have to share? "I'm glad you asked. The Sixers believe their path to a title is through the defense. There is always a clear goal in mind when building around Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons: get shooters on the floor. But that can be an oversimplification at times, as the Sixers learned the hard way during Simmons' rookie year. Put shooters who can't defend around them, and they're drawing dead against teams who can force switches. There are a lot of those. In George Hill, Morey believes they have found someone who can help them continue defending at a high level without sacrificing the floor spacing they covet for their two best players. Defensively was hugely important. We feel like if we're gonna win that title, we have to be the best defense in the league," Morey said Thursday night. "And right now, I think we're number 2, I believe we're going to finish the season number 1. We felt like George solidified that. Teams often will attack your weakest defender on the floor, and we had quite a few lineups where there was an option for the other team to attack. So I would say probably, in terms of relative to our team, defense was probably selling point 1. But it's very important that if you put a defender on our floor, especially with Joel and Ben, that player can shoot, that player can be safe with the ball. George has always been a guy who's extremely safe with the ball, makes the right play." It was not lost on Philadelphia's front office that they acquired a guy who has been through numerous playoff battles over the years, and they are familiar with Hill through members of the organization who were already in place. Morey name-checked executive Peter Dinwiddie, who left the Pacers for the Sixers in the offseason, as a guy who knew Hill from back in his Pacers days. Defensive coordinator Dan Burke, who Morey listed as a critical component of their success this season, also saw his time overlap with Hill during his long run on the Pacers bench, with Hill playing a role on the Indiana team that challenged the Heatles-era Miami team led by LeBron James.